for King Kaku Aka, the news of the fallen king's return spread across the kingdom like a wildfire. Some people cheered with joy, hopeful for a brighter future, but others trembled with fear, remembering the shadow Kwasi had once cast across the land. A powerful sorcerer. His return could only mean one thing. War was coming. Sensing his throne was in danger, Kwasi gathered his army of dark warriors without delay. He knew the final battle had arrived. The air thickened with tension as the fate of the kingdom balanced on the edge of a blade. Meanwhile, King Kaku Aka, long lost but now awakened, stood tall beside his loyal companions, Afiba and Ammon. For years, they had searched for him. Now, together, they called upon the remaining warriors who still believed in the old ways, the ways of honor, truth, and justice. The kingdom was split in two. Some followed Kwasi, bound by fear and the crushing grip of his dark magic. Others looked to Kaku Aka with hope, believing in the promise of peace and the return of light. The day of the final battle arrived. The sky darkened and storm clouds gathered as though the heavens themselves knew something great and terrible was about to unfold. On the battlefield, Kaku Aka and Kwasi stood face to face. Two brothers, two kings, one born of hope, the other of fear. Kwasi's eyes glowed red with power. He raised his arms and twisted the very air around him, calling on the deepest, blackest magic. The earth split beneath his feet. Shadows danced and hissed, alive with malice. His sorcery had become a force of destruction. But Kaku Aka was no stranger to war. He stepped forward, sword gleaming in hand, his spirit unwavering. Every strike of his blade clashed against Kwasi's dark spells with the might of a true warrior. The ground trembled, the sky cracked, magic roared. The two forces collided like titans, shaking the world with their fury. Kwasi, seeing that his brother matched him blow for blow, grew desperate. He had lived for centuries, kept alive by cursed magic. He couldn't afford to lose, not now. With a wicked grin, he cast a dark chant, trying to corrupt Kaku Aka's soul. If he couldn't destroy his brother, he would make him one with the shadows. But Kaku Aka stood firm. He remembered the wisdom of Afiba, the strength of choosing honor over hatred. The light within him burned brighter than ever. "Not today, Kwasi," he roared. With a mighty swing, Kaku Aka brought his sword down upon the dark magic. The impact exploded like a thunderclap, shattering the spell and breaking the ancient curse. The darkness broke. Kwasi's body aged in seconds. His youthful face withered. His hair turned silver. Centuries caught up to him all at once. Weakened and crumbling, he fell to his knees, powerless. The long reign of fear was over. The warriors of the kingdom let out a victorious cry. The chains of darkness were finally broken. The land was free. Kaku Aka stood, weary but proud. He had defeated not just an enemy, but a piece of himself, his own temptation to become what he once fought against. He had chosen honor, He had chosen light. He had remembered who he truly was. And now the kingdom could begin to heal. The final chapter awaits. You've come this far with King Kaku Aka, Afiba, and Amon, through shadows, storms, and a battle that shook the heavens. But the journey isn't over yet. Do you want to witness the final chapter? Do you want to see what becomes of the kingdom? What legacy King Kaku Aka will leave behind? Comment below. I'm ready for the end. Your words breathe life into this story. Your support shapes the ending. Let's finish this tale together. One forged in honor, courage, and truth. And always remember, this story may be fantasy, but it carries echoes of real history, a tribute to strength, legacy, and resilience. Subscribe for the final chapter, only on Nzema Media.